So this is my audience.
Hello everyone, my name is Consuelo Rios and this is my personal aphorism speech. Whether you want to admit it or not, we've all procrastinated at least once in our lifetime. You know, this could be something as big as a project or something as small as getting your friend a birthday gift that you just put on to the last minute and then you realize, oh, her birthday's the next day. Yeah, been there, done that. I want you to take a moment and listen to the ticking of this clock. Did you realize how the second hand on this clock just kept on ticking continuously? Yeah, it's not going to stop for anyone and it never will. In this speech, I'll tell you a story about the time when I continuously put off writing an essay, which not to mention was a really big part of my grade. After I did that, I saw my grade and I realized how important it is for me not to leave things to the last minute. Now, we see clocks every day. There's one right in front of you right now. There's one on your phone. And you may be wondering, okay, what does this have to do with anything that I'm talking about? Well, I believe that procrastination is all about time management. Depending on how you manage your time or make a plan to do something, that will determine the outcome of it. For example, in my case, this was an essay. Depending on how I manage my time to write this essay will determine, okay, how good is this essay going to turn out? Now, like I mentioned, this essay is not something that I would really wanted to just leave to the last minute. Why? Because it was a really big part of my grade, and I knew that if I left it to the last minute, I wouldn't turn in a good quality essay. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm on some sort of time crunch or time limit or under pressure, I don't always produce my best work. Why? Well, because I just get nervous and then I freak out and I panic. So I knew I had to start early and have enough time for me to, have a little bit of flow to write this essay. Well, you probably guessed it, and this did not end up happening. Yeah, no, I had 3 days until my essay was due, and guess what? I had nothing on my paper. Frankly enough, you probably guessed it, and well, I turned in a really bad quality essay, which caused my grade to suffer immensely. I knew that if I had started a little bit earlier, just as much as 2 days earlier, I could have turned in a better quality essay, which wouldn't make my grade suffer as much. Now, my aphorism for this speech is, you may delay, but time will not, and lost time will never be found again. This was said by Benjamin Franklin. I believe that this aphorism really relates to my experience just because I delayed, or in other words, I put off writing my essay, which then caused my grade to suffer immensely. All that time that I lost not writing an essay or just doing other things like scrolling on social media will never be found again, and I will never be able to get that time again. This was super inspirational to me and motivating because I'm going to be able to use this in future references. Now, this clock, even though it's just a circle clock, it's frankly your worst enemy in this case. The time, rather. Next time you have a big assignment or some sort of big project, I want you to plan your time efficiently. Make a plan, something that you know you'll follow through with. I hope today you learned how important it is to not leave things to the last minute. Take me, for example. Learn from my mistakes and notice how whenever I waited till last minute to write an essay, how bad that caused my grade. Plan your time efficiently, don't wait till the last minute. Thank you, and have an amazing day.
This is my audience.